Welcome back to week 4 of astronomy. This week is all about light and telescopes. This is probably the more technical of any of the chapters in the book. It does have a little bit of math, but again, this course really de-emphasizes math, so don't let that frighten you. Okay, so light and telescopes. The electromagnetic spectrum with the different types of light, very important. Know which one we can see. Obviously, you've heard of infrared and ultraviolet before. There's also X-rays, and there's other types. So have a feel for those. Telescopes, be sure you understand both the reflecting and the refracting telescopes, as well as some of the larger, the other types of radio telescopes. That's quite important to just have a feel for what they do. Okay, so the textbook, this is in Chapter 5, Active Exploration number 3. The video for this week is video number 5, and there is a PowerPoint, number 5, obviously, and question of the week, number 3, and quiz number 3. So you see, there's only one chapter this week, because my thought was you might want to be studying for the test, which is next week. So I'm reducing the load this week to give you extra time to get caught up on the things you have to do. One of the things you have to be sure you've done is the exam review wiki, because I will look at that as you're taking the exam and give you your first grade in that. It's a small one, but it certainly adds up. Okay, and exam 1 is next week, so you're going to have to allow 1 hour's worth of time in your week besides your other things. There'll be one chapter next week that will cover also, so it's a little lower to help level your workload. The most common question that I've gotten from students is, hey, it's raining out or it's cloudy. I've started on my lunar observation project, but I can't see the moon because it's all cloudy and rainy. That's okay. You still can do all of the other observations. And if you look on an astronomical almanac or almost even the newspaper, you can find out what phase the moon really is in now. So you could write that down. So you just can't really tell where in the sky it is. So as long as every day for the whole observation period, the whole 30-day observation period doesn't have raining and cloudy, you're fine. A couple because you'll fill in the blanks in between. You still need to be sure you're collecting the tidal information data because that has to work with that. Hey, one thing I'm doing for my classes up here, which I wanted to offer for you, here we have star parties where students come in and we pull out the college. We have some really nice 10-inch telescopes, and we look at, in the night, we look at some stars and constellations, and students get extra credit for coming. Well, it's too far for me to come down to the Keys, and it's too far for you to drive up here, although you'd be more than welcome to come up to Avon Park and if that interests you, just email me. But instead of that, I'm developing an astronomy labs that I'll be offering up here if my course is here, an optional 1-credit science lab course for the students taking my astronomy class here. And I'm working on those, but I finished one I think could work for you guys. It's called Planisphere. So you create a planisphere, and you just cut it out. You just print it out and cut it out. And it's a little guide to help you find and identify the stars and constellations in the night sky. And I have some questions that go along with that. Well, if you want to do all that, I would think it's going to take you an hour and a half or 2 hours. But it's quite a learning experience, and it'll really help you get a feel for the stars, and maybe you already know all about planispheres or even have one. But you can earn 15 extra credit points for submitting, and it'll be in the little quiz. There'll be 2 sections. It'll be in the quiz thing, and I'll give more guidance. And then if you do a survey to tell me what you liked and didn't like, so you're sort of the guinea pigs. I'm prototyping it. I'll give you 5 more points. So you can earn 20 extra credit points by doing this. It will take some time. It's not just a freebie, but if you have the time and the interest, it would be great. I think you'll get a lot out of it, and I would look forward to seeing your responses both to the questions on it and then to the little survey that I'll make up. So I will post that sometime this week. I'll work on finishing that up, and I'll give you, you can have most of the term to do that. So I'll give some guidelines there. I can't have you all do it and turn it in the last day because it's too hard for me to grade it. So have a great week. Again, if there's any questions, feel free to email me or call me. Some of you have been calling me, but email probably the best because I'll get those when I'm not in my office, which I'm out of it quite a bit. So have a good week, and I'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.